What's up everyone, it's Mobile World back with another video. Today, we're diving deep into the Oppo A5 Pro 4G. This phone has been generating some buzz, and we're here to break it all down for you. We'll be taking a look at everything from its specs and features to its potential drawbacks. Oppo has been known to pack a punch in the mid-range segment, and the A5 Pro 4G seems to be no different. So if you're thinking about picking up the Oppo A5 Pro 4G, make sure you stick around for the full video. You don't want to miss our final verdict. Alright, let's kick things off with the design. First impressions? The Oppo A5 Pro 4G has a sleek and modern aesthetic. It's got a slim profile, rounded edges, and a comfortable in-hand feel. Oppo's clearly put some thought into the ergonomics here. The back panel has a subtle gradient finish which adds a touch of personality. Depending on how the light hits it, you get these subtle shifts in color. The camera module is neatly integrated into the top corner, and overall, the phone feels well put together. Now in terms of build materials, we're looking at a plastic frame and back. That's not uncommon in this price range, and it helps keep the phone lightweight. However, it might not feel as premium as some of the glass and metal phones out there. On the plus side, the plastic build could make the phone a bit more durable in case of accidental drops. Overall, the design and build quality of the Oppo A5 Pro 4G are pretty decent for its price point. Let's move on to the display, which is a pretty important part of any smartphone experience. The Oppo A5 Pro 4G packs a 6.62-inch IPS LCD with a resolution of 1080 by 2400 pixels. That translates to a crisp and sharp viewing experience with vibrant colors and good viewing angles. The display also boasts a 90 Hz refresh rate, which is a nice touch in this price range. It makes scrolling through social media feeds and navigating the UI feel smoother and more responsive. One thing you won't find here is an AMOLED panel. That means you won't get those super deep blacks and incredible contrast that AMOLEDs are known for. However, the IPS LCD on the A5 Pro 4G still delivers a very respectable viewing experience. Brightness levels are decent, although you might find yourself struggling a bit in direct sunlight. Overall, the display on the Oppo A5 Pro 4G is pretty solid for everyday use. Now let's talk cameras. The Oppo A5 Pro 4G features a triple camera setup on the back. We've got a 48-megapixel primary sensor, a 2-megapixel macro lens, and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. In good lighting conditions, it captures detailed shots with accurate colors. However, as the light starts to fade, you might notice some noise creeping in, and the details start to soften a bit. The 2-megapixel macro lens is a nice addition, allowing you to get up close and personal with your subjects. However, the image quality from the macro lens is not as impressive as the primary sensor. The 2-megapixel depth sensor helps with portrait mode shots, creating a natural-looking bokeh effect. On the front, we've got an 8-megapixel selfie camera. It captures decent selfies for social media, but don't expect anything extraordinary. Overall, the camera setup on the Oppo A5 Pro 4G is pretty standard for its price range. It's capable of capturing good-looking shots in daylight, but the low-light performance could be better. Under the hood, the Oppo A5 Pro 4G is powered by the MediaTek Helio G85 chipset. Now this isn't the most powerful processor out there, but it's a capable mid-ranger. You can expect smooth performance for everyday tasks like browsing the web, checking emails, and scrolling through social media. When it comes to gaming, the Helio G85 can handle casual games without breaking a sweat. However, if you're a hardcore mobile gamer, you might want to look at phones with more powerful processors. Demanding games might experience some lag or frame drops, especially at higher graphics settings. The phone comes with 6 GB of RAM, which is pretty generous for a mid-ranger. This means you can have multiple apps running in the background without experiencing any significant slowdowns. Overall, the performance of the Oppo A5 Pro 4G is respectable for its price. It's not a gaming powerhouse, but it handles everyday tasks with ease. One of the standout features of the Oppo A5 Pro 4G is its battery life. It packs a massive 5000 mAh battery, which is larger than what you'll find on many other smartphones in this price range. With moderate usage, you can easily get through a full day on a single charge. When it comes to charging, the Oppo A5 Pro 4G supports 33W fast charging. You can juice up your phone from 0 to 100% in about an hour and a half. So, if you're looking for a phone with long battery life and fast charging, the Oppo A5 Pro 4G has got you covered. You won't have to worry about constantly searching for a charger with this phone. The Oppo A5 Pro 4G runs on Android 13 with Oppo's ColorOS 13.1 skin on top. ColorOS has come a long way over the years, and it's now a much cleaner and more refined experience. You'll find plenty of customization options, allowing you to personalize your phone to your liking. From themes and wallpapers to icon packs and always-on display options, ColorOS gives you a lot of control over the look and feel of your device. However, ColorOS is still not as clean and bloatware-free as stock Android. The good news is that most of these apps can be uninstalled, so you can declutter your app drawer to some extent. Overall, ColorOS 13.1 is a decent Android skin. In terms of connectivity, the Oppo A5 Pro 4G covers all the basics. As the name suggests, it supports 4G LTE networks, so you can expect fast download and upload speeds. However, it's worth noting that this phone doesn't support 5G networks, which are becoming increasingly common. You also get Wi-Fi 802.11 AC, which ensures fast and reliable Wi-Fi connectivity. Bluetooth 5.3 is on board, providing stable connections with your wireless headphones, earbuds, and other Bluetooth devices. For navigation, the phone supports GPS, GLONASS, and BDS, ensuring accurate location tracking. And for those who rely on NFC for mobile payments or data transfer, the Oppo A5 Pro 4G has got you covered. Overall, the connectivity options on the Oppo A5 Pro 4G are pretty standard for a mid-ranger. The Oppo A5 Pro 4G comes with 128 GB of internal storage, which is plenty of space for your apps, photos, videos, and other files. If you need more storage, you can always expand it using a microSD card. The phone has a dedicated microSD card slot, so you don't have to sacrifice a SIM card slot for storage expansion. In terms of RAM, the Oppo A5 Pro 4G packs 6 GB of RAM, which is pretty impressive for a phone in this price range. This means you can have multiple apps running in the background without experiencing any significant slowdowns. Multitasking is a breeze on this device. Now let's talk about some additional features and sensors that the Oppo A5 Pro 4G brings to the table. First up, we have a side-mounted fingerprint sensor which is fast and responsive. It's a convenient and secure way to unlock your phone. You also get Face Unlock, which uses the front-facing camera to recognize your face and unlock your phone. The phone also features a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is a welcome addition for those who still prefer wired headphones. Other sensors on board include an accelerometer, proximity sensor, compass, and ambient light sensor. These sensors all work together to provide a smooth and intuitive user experience. Overall, the Oppo A5 Pro 4G doesn't skimp on the essentials. Alright, it's time to address the elephant in the room. The disadvantages of the Oppo A5 Pro 4G. No phone is perfect, and the A5 Pro 4G has its fair share of shortcomings. First up, the lack of 5G support is a major drawback, especially in today's world where 5G networks are becoming increasingly common. Another area where the A5 Pro 4G falls short is the camera performance. While it's capable of capturing decent shots and good lighting, the low-light performance leaves something to be desired. The plastic build, while durable, might not feel as premium as some of the glass and metal phones out there. And while ColorOS has come a long way, it's still not as clean and bloatware-free as stock Android. Finally, the processor, while capable of handling everyday tasks, might not be powerful enough for demanding games or heavy multitasking. So there you have it, guys, the Oppo A5 Pro 4G, a solid mid-ranger with a great battery, a decent display, and a capable processor. However, it does come with its fair share of compromises, including the lack of 5G support, average camera performance, and a plastic build. Is it worth buying? Well, that depends on your needs and priorities. If you're looking for a phone with long battery life, a smooth display, and you're not too concerned about 5G or having the best camera in town, then the A5 Pro 4G could be a good option for you. But if you need 5G, prioritize camera performance, or prefer a more premium build, you might want to explore other options. As always, the decision is yours. Let me know your thoughts on the Oppo A5 Pro 4G in the comments below.